Hey everybody, hope that you're doing well. Adrian Nelson here, very dry lips. I hope that you're all doing amazing, welcome. So today is Monday, just going to draw some cards for anybody that might need a card. I just finished, I have to look, I just finished a reading for Leo on my YouTube channel. I've been doing some love readings this cycle around after finishing the September readings that I just did a little while ago. And then after that I will do new love and twin flame love, which can be quite amazing. I'm quite looking forward to that. I hope that everybody's doing well. Let's see what we've got. Couple of things. So I'm running a special at the moment, a special for the month of September. It's a really, really beautiful one. For those of you that look at my YouTube channel, you'll see that I kind of move from showing my face that much because, you know, the reading's not really about me. Let me put on some, this is like the best lip balm ever. So I'm running a special during the month of September for a 30-minute reading. And you get a video for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a private link, and so you get to look at that reading as many times as you want to, because I think what happens sometimes when we have a one-on-one reading, even though it's a very, very beautiful thing to do, with a one-on-one reading sometimes it can happen that you maybe miss some of the information, whereas obviously if you have a link, you can look at it as many times as you need to. You know, you can check on it and you can check back on it. So I've got that available. It's either $25 US, or alternatively, if you are South African, that is 350 rands. So $25 or 350 rands for a hello Shobha. I hope that you're doing well. It's been a while that I haven't seen you, but it's also been a while since I've actually done a live. So I just said to myself, today's the day, today I've got to do it. So, you know, here I am doing it. I'm also thinking of maybe recording a couple of videos just to like, you know, for like sort of like meditation and sort of like to help you all, you know, just move through your life and move through your days and those sort of things. So that's going to be quite exciting. I'll be working on that very, very soon. Going to wait for some people to come on, and then we're going to get started. Then we're going to start rolling. It's going to be so amazing. So excited. Okay. So I'm thinking, while we're waiting for... okay, Shaba, of course you can. Let's see. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take names, I'm going to draw cards, but while I'm waiting for everybody to come on, I'm maybe going to just draw some additional cards as well, just for all the zodiac signs, just for general messages. Please take it as it resonates, okay? No. Let's see what crystal energy is with you. I really like this deck of cards. Got it way back in 2019. It's very, very beautiful. You'll know I love my crystals. So, just going to take one for all the different zodiac signs, and then I'm going to draw some personal cards as well. Okay, so I'm going to do both. If not, why not? And then I'm going to have lunch, and then I'm going to do my YouTube video for Virgo. Which are the ones I've done? I've done Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo, and those are love readings. Okay, so Aries, you got, oh, there's another card that came up for you. Aries, you got two cards. The one says pre-night, and it speaks about trust. So trusting in love, trusting in the heart, trusting in potential, trusting in the universe, trusting possibility. If any of you want to have a card, you can just let me know. I can take your name down. But Aries, you are encouraged to trust and to open yourself to the beautiful possibility of what life can actually be for you. So if you've maybe been feeling a little bit you know, sort of like not all that flowing and maybe things are not feeling all that amazing, Aries, then this is a beautiful space for you, you know, just to trust your heart and to open your heart. And obviously, you know, I didn't put a link in for it now. I'll try my best to put on a link afterwards. I'm going to try to remember. I'm going to make a note here. If you don't know what your placements are, you can go and have a look via the link. But, you know, you can always look at your sun sign. You can also look at your moon, your, you know, your ascending, which is your rising, you know, to maybe get to that as well. I'm going to post this video on YouTube afterwards, and just to let you know, if you look at it, I'm not going to put in timestamps, so just so you're aware of it, okay? But trust. In Aries, you also got Azurite, which is expanded awareness, all right? So trust, have faith in the universe at the moment, Aries, also knowing that there's wonderful, beautiful, incredible, fantastic things that are coming your way, okay? Let's see what we have for Taurus. Taurus. I thought that the cold in Cape Town was done, you know, like winter was done, but obviously not. It's quite chilly today. Taurus, you've got labradorite. Take action, okay? So, Taurus, it might be that maybe there was a little bit of doubt. Maybe you thought, hey, Shashni, of course you can. Taurus, maybe you thought that, you know, like it's almost like you know what you want to have, but there's almost like a waiting for a sign. Consider this a sign. There's your sign, okay? Time to take some action. So I'm just going to finish the general readings for all the different zodiac signs, and then I'm going to draw personal cards as well, okay? Let's see what we've got for Gemini. Gemini, you've got Ruby, you've got Shine. Gemini, don't be afraid to shine. Don't be afraid to show the world the beauty of who you are. A lot of times people actually believe that they know you're Gemini, that they understand exactly who you are and what you're all about. But a lot of times they don't, because, you know, you don't always show the world exactly who you are. So it's time to grab that confidence and to show the world the beautiful person that you are. Okay, let's see what we've got for Cancer. What have we got for the Cancer babies, Lunar babies? What's up? Cancer, we've got Opal, Joy. Cancer, I must tell you, for your readings that I've been doing lately, I know there was a period where you were going through that whole slump and it seemed like it was never ever actually going to end. But Cancer, I've actually been seeing really beautiful things for you at the moment. Open yourself to experiencing more joy, more love, more prosperity, more abundance. And above all, I would say more universal, beautiful breakthroughs of the beauty of what life could be for you. Okay, let's see what we have for Leo. Leo, calcite relaxation. And I just finished your reading now, Leo, and I feel that for some of you it might be in a space where you might be almost sort of like overwhelming yourself. This might be a good time to maybe just take some time out, just to relax, just to take it easy, because it might be a point to just allow some almost like alignment to take place for you. Okay, that space of surrender. And then let's see what we've got for Virgo. Happy birthday to all the beautiful Virgos. I hope that you're all doing amazing. You've got kunzite, self-love. And kunzite is such a beautiful healing energy. I actually saw one of my friends posted this morning, and it was such a accurate sort of like description, you know, of sort of like kunzite, because it's almost like, you know, like rose quartz, that beautiful pink crystal, the crystal of love. Kunzite is sort of like that next level, okay? That connects you, that it helps you to open your actual heart, Virgo, so that you can connect to the beautiful universe, all right? Let's see what we got for Libra. Libra, you got rhodochrosite, acceptance, okay? Remember, Libra, that yes, there's a lot that you can do. You know, you're wonderful at seeing how you can help other people, you know, how miracles can come about. But, you know, also remember, Libra, that there comes a time when it's better to maybe just accept, to just let things be, to not try to push so hard that it actually starts to serve to your detriment. Okay, let's see. Raz, thank you. Thank you with a heart. Thank you for what? Maybe I missed one of your previous comments. I don't know. Oh, are you saying thank you for... Okay, I get it now. I get it now. Sorry. Okay, so Scorpio. Scorpio, you have got Crocoid, sexuality, and sexuality is more sort of like about your personality. It's about that root chakra. It's about grounding, Scorpio. So remember that you can sometimes take on other people's emotions, and it can lay very heavy on your shoulders. So this is just a reminder, Scorpio, to ground, to just connect to the earth, to take some time out for yourself, to take out a breather for yourself. All right, do not overwhelm yourself. Sagittarius, let's see what we've got for you all. Sagittarius, you've got pink tourmaline, forgiveness. Okay, if you may be holding on to anything, even if it's hurt and pain, maybe somebody hurt, it doesn't mean that you can't feel your hurt. Hi Meryl, doesn't mean you can't feel your hurt, it doesn't mean that you can't feel your pain, but just be careful, Sagittarius, that it doesn't start running your life. All right. Capricorn, you've got fluorite, learning. All right. And fluorite is, I call fluorite almost like a magical energy. I call it like the magical stone, because it's sort of like, it really helps to open your third eye and to connect you to the universe, and like with the crown chakra and all those type of things. But the way it does it is, it's almost like, if you almost think of happy pills, fluorite is almost like that happy, pill version of crystals. So it's really, really amazing. It helps to sort of like up your, almost like your personal feel, like your personal alignment, like your vibration, which is actually amazing. But in the same token, it's not overwhelming. It's a very gentle energy to work with. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now I'm confused. Who did I do now? So Aries had 2 cards. Then I had Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius. All right, and I'm taking names for readings, guys, so you can give me your name if you like. Aquarius, I'm just doing a quick run through. Aquarius, you've got Tiger's Eye, which is quite incredible. There's this friend of mine that makes this personal jewelry. She makes this beautiful, beautiful pieces. And we were speaking yesterday about the beautiful energy of Tiger's Eye, because she had that bracelet with the different sorts of colors of Tiger's Eye, which isn't always so easy to find. But Tiger's Eye is one of those. It helps you to align your energy on all different levels, but with that, it's not so much, yes, energetically, but it's more sort of like for your body, for your organs, for your cells, for those type of things, because obviously Aquarius, the better the flow of your body, the better everything else works. Meryl, I've got your name. And then just lastly, Pisces, you've got kyanite blue, also sometimes called blue kyanite, letting go. And this is a space of dreams coming true. The wonderful thing with kyanite, you obviously don't want to get it wet because it will melt away. But people often say that kyanite lets you have beautiful dreams. But what it actually does, it sort of like aligns you with your beautiful energy, and then helps you to sort of remember the beautiful dreams that we have. Meryl says that her son wears blue Tiger's Eye all the time. Oh, I love that. Hey Dala, hope you're doing great. Okay, so we're going to start doing some cards. I've got Shoba, Sheshni, Meryl, and Dala. Let me just write Dala's name right. Otherwise, I'm going to get there and I'm going to be able to see what I've written. Okay, Shoba. Let's get ready, guys. I'm so excited. I had this beautiful regression hypnosis session yesterday, like so beautiful, like when you release all that past trauma and that past life, actually not, it was actually in this life trauma, but all the things holding you back, because sometimes things happen in life, to us, and we're not in a position at the time. Hello, Melanie. We're not in a position at the time to, to defend ourselves or to, to stand up for ourselves. And the thing about the mind is obviously, unless you sort of communicate to it that what you have is no longer there, that you move past that point, it will keep on trying to protect you from the pain and to safeguard you, from, what might be happening. With this case, it was, quite challenging and overwhelming, obviously, because there was some really, I'm not going to go into details, but there was some of, those things that people sometimes do to children that is just don't even want to talk about it. But there was a lot of release from that, which was so beautiful. And that is why I love what I do, because I get to really help the world move forward. It's the biggest blessing to me. Biggest blessing in the world. Yes, I hope you're great and great as well. I'm doing good. I was saying that I obviously misjudged things. I thought that that the cold weather was done, but that sunlight was nice for a couple of days. Now we get to rain. Oh, guys, I'm gonna draw your cards right now, but this is what I want to share with you, because this is my goal with everything that I do, and this is what I like to help everybody do. And I had this beautiful experience the other night. So I love rain. And so I think it was Friday night. It was the 25th, whenever the 25th was. And it was storming outside. And, as I always do, I put off all the lights and, I closed my eyes. I went into that beautiful meditative state. And I had the most beautiful thing, because then I realized, no, actually I want to put on the lights and I want to see what's around. I want to keep my eyes open, because I liked what I see. I like my life, and my goal is to help everybody to get to that point where you really just love your beautiful life. Okay, Shoba, you have got the Hierophant. Okay, and the Hierophant is a space of moving forward. The Hierophant is associated with the number 5, which in numerology is a space of new beginnings. Number 5 also in tarot, it's a space of moving on, but it's a space where we sometimes feel a little bit in between. We feel a little bit stuck, sort of like between this place and between this space and that space, sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? So with the Hierophant, this is a space, Shoba, and as I always say, when you see a reading, whether you hear it at the moment, whether you look at this afterwards, if it resonates with you, place your hand on your heart, take in a nice deep breath, and claim that for yourself without a doubt, okay? Always claiming with love for the greatest good of all, I would just always recommend, make your goal always the greatest good of all. Always focus on what is the greatest good for all, what is the positive for all, because, something so beautiful, and so many of you may have heard me say this before, but even when you don't know what to do, when you don't have the foggiest clue what to do, when you do the best that you can to come from a point of love, then by default, your sort of unfolding has to be positive. And the reason why it has to be positive is because the intention behind our action is it basically determines the outcome. So, no matter what you do, if you sort of start coming from a low vibing sort of place, you're sort of setting yourself up for failure. That is how sometimes people get a whole lot of stuff and then they lose them again. Even with, if we have an ongoing problem in this world, you are recreating it. But the same thing is also true for, if you have ongoing positivity in this world, you are creating it from yourself, from who you are. And when you look around at what's happening in your world at the moment, like the physical expression of your world, it gives you an idea of what your foundational truth is about yourself at the moment. If you like it, fantastic, kudos, I'm so happy for you. If you're not, then that is something that can actually be worked on. Really, really incredible. Okay, so Shoba, this is a space where you are called to move forward. And the question is that, have you maybe started to maybe justify maybe staying at a point, I can't move forward now, it's not a good time to move forward now, because, maybe any of those things. This card lets you know that you are being guided forward into life, being guided into a space to become more of yourself, to see more of your own beauty, to have more of your own beauty unfolded. The Hierophant is an energy that invites us forward into prosperity and forward into abundance, but it also sometimes has a space where we are feeling a little bit sort of like scared, uncertain, not sure if you can move forward. So there's a little bit of uncertainty there sometimes, but it also lets you know that the entire universe has got your back right now, and that you don't have to know, of course you can rest, you don't have to know every single step of the way as you're going to go forward, because as you go forward, the way will reveal itself. And the reason why the way will reveal itself is because, remember, nothing in the world is really real. It is the most mind-blowing thing when you really, really get it, that nothing as in nothing as in nothing is actually real. The only reason why the world, hi Indira, the only reason why the world is real is because our perception makes it real. Okay, but if you go into things like quantum physics and actual science, and this is not just sort of like, you know, popcorn candy talk, there's actual university professors that are, you know, that can confirm this for you, that nothing is actually real. It's not real. We make it real based on our foundational truth about ourselves. And so when you go forward and you put that faith within yourself, and you know that what you need will be there when you need it and as you need it, for the greatest good of all. And that is why it's so important to move forward with positive intentions, you know. And even if we, and Shoba, I'm sorry guys, my lips are just very, very dry because the seasons are changing. But Shoba, this is not just for you, this is just for everybody. But, you know, as we move forward, when you come from a point of positivity, and you come from a point of light, and you come from a point of love, things will always work out for you, because from that point is what you create for yourself as your life. And also, when you come from a point of love, you are actually honoring the truth of who you are, because as human beings, we are an expression of love. We're an expression of source of all's love. You know, we are literally actually star seeds. You know, and when I say star seeds, I mean star seeds as in, like, when you look at it in a okay, Nikki, sure. When you look at it almost like in astronomy, basically, we are star seeds. We are actual star seeds that are portrayed in human form. You know, we are magic. We literally magic. If you think of us, hi Shireen, thanks for sharing, Nikki. If you think of us as human beings, from a universal point, you know, the way that our soul family looks at us, can you imagine how excited they must be for us? You know. So Shoba, it's time to move forward. It's time to take that step. Yes, it might be scary, but the universe is letting you know that it's got your back 100%. Every step of the way. Claim that for yourself without a doubt. And if any of you are also in a space where you want to move forward, you know, you maybe want to experience some beauty in this world, or whatever it may be, you know, you might be feeling that sort of nudge pushing you forward, and you'd be like, I don't know if I'd actually do that, you know, feeling a little bit trippy, feeling a little bit uncertain and concerned. Life has got your back. You know, whether we are in the most peaceful state of the world, you know, life is always there. Yes, we're having Corona at the moment, but, you know, Source is always there to help us. Source has carried us through 2 world wars. Source has carried us through the Black Plague. Source has carried us through so many things. And it will keep on carrying us, move us forward, because the universe wants us to survive, wants us to thrive, wants us to be happy, for the simple reason we are an expression of the universe. We are the human manifested representative of the love of the universe. You know, Sabita, I got you. So that was Shoba. Let's see what we've got for Sheshni. Sheshan has actually got this wonderful platform, guys, where it's called Open Mic Foundation. I featured in one of the articles, actually, which was amazing. I did an online course, online interview, and it was all about me, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, what will I talk about me for an hour? But luckily she asked me the questions, but it was really, really nice, and she does really, really amazing work. And Sheshni, you are more than welcome to actually put a link for that in the description. If any of you are also maybe having a business in South Africa or wherever, or online or whatever it may be, please, 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 please feel more than welcome to put a link over there. I know that Meryl is over here as well. Meryl does incredible work. I had a session with Meryl called the TRE session a little while ago, which was really amazing. Your body sort of started to shake. It's like wakeful hypnosis. It's the perfect complement. Got you, Shireen. It's the perfect complement, you know, treatment in my opinion, really, for regression hypnosis, because it helps to release that physical sort of tension, emotion, blockages that we sometimes store within our body, you know, like within our cellular memory, to release that. It's really, really amazing. I had a session with her. It was just profound. So if any of you have got a business or anything like that you like to promote, you're more than welcome to put it over here. Okay. I'm also going to post this video when I'm done with it. I'm also going to post it on my YouTube channel. And obviously then people can know that they can always come back to my Facebook page if they want to actually, you know, have a look at your business as well. Sheshni. Sheshni, you've got the Judgment card. Sheshni, you know what it is that you need to do. This is a space of, you know, as we grow, and actually this is the most amazing thing. I spoke to this amazing client that I had yesterday for a regression hypnosis session, but my friend and I, we had this conversation the other day as well. Now, first of all, when it comes to what we call spirituality, what I call sort of like conscious living, and I'm going to tell you why, because when we speak of spirituality, we sometimes make it a thing. You know, we go from sort of like, often, not always, but we go from sort of one form of dogma to another form of dogma. And, you know, where sometimes you will, now please don't get me wrong, I'm not being judgmental towards anything or anyone here whatsoever. But, you know, a lot of times you get these groups and they say this is a platform for free speech and things like that. But, you know, my free speech is sometimes a little bit wild. You know, not the point, not even going to go there, okay? Just want to say that don't try to make a thing. But anyway, so this is what I wanted to say. So the amazing thing is, when you get it, when you really get it, the amazing thing is that you realize there was nothing to get in the first place. It's so amazing. And, you know, even like when I teach people psychic development, it's not really so much teaching you how to connect to your energy or anything like that, because we're always connected. It's more a space of unlearning, you know, all the veils and the things and the thoughts and the beliefs about limitation and those things that we've learned through the many lifetimes. It's a space of unlearning those things, okay? Sheshni, this is a space where you know that it's time to move forward. So there might be some sort of expansion that's calling. Maybe you got an offer. Maybe you feel that it's time to broaden things. I do feel, though, with all respect, I do feel that there's a logical part that sort of comes in that says, well, maybe you just need to wait it out a little while. Just hold on a little bit of a moment. And when we have that, the question that we always want to ask ourselves is, you know, am I making this decision from a really logical, loving point, or has a little bit of fear maybe crept in there? Okay. Because I feel that you know exactly what it is that you should do at the moment, Sheshni, and it's almost like you are open to asking questions, so maybe something like having a reading, having a session, anything like that, but I feel that you already know what it is that you need to do. You already have the answer, and I feel that if you have any sort of anything like that, it will sort of more confirm for you what you already know, okay? And you know, sometimes confirmation is good, but I mean, there's many ways in which you can ask for confirmation as well, because remember, we are the human part, the human representative of quite a lot and of so much more, and you can ask for a sign and you can ask the universe, and this is what I would sometimes do, especially in the early days when I didn't sort of like trust my intuition 100% just yet. Or even these days, if I get something really big and really bold and it sort of like trips me up a little bit, I would say like, you know what, universe, I would really appreciate a sign that I can't ignore, that I can't sort of like, you know, I can't sort of like see it and just kind of like want to make it up in my mind that that's what it is. So sort of like an undisputable sign, definitely, of what it is and what it isn't, and life will give that to you. And if you ask for a sign on top of your sign, life will give you that. Okay. And, you know, we can ask from life because, remember, in a sense, it's asking from yourself because, you know, you are the universe and the universe is you. There is no separation. We are one. Okay, who are we looking at? Meryl. Meryl, you got two cards. The first one's the Five of Swords, and then the second one is the Five of Pentacles. Okay? So, Meryl, there might be... This is interesting. I feel that there's sort of like some, almost like maybe like drama around you. It's interesting. I mean, you're going to have to let me know how this resonates. I'm pretty sure it resonates with you, but it's almost like there's a good thing that's happening around you, like an actual good thing happening around you. It feels a little bit seesaw though, like a little bit trippy. And I feel that you're holding your strength and your energy through that. So I get a very positive feel from you. But it's almost like there's a little bit of an energy drop that's taking place for you at the moment. So maybe you've been able to hold the light for a while. And, you know, now it almost feels a little bit overwhelming, I feel, for you. Oh, okay. Meryl says that she's got boulders in her house and chaos, but it will be amazing. Well, for you, Meryl, as well, I'm not sorry, for you and for everybody else, let me just send you some positive love. I'm going to touch my heart, and whoever this resonates for, and whoever needs this, and whoever wants this, there's just some beautiful Reiki energy for you. That is just me sending you some love from my heart to your heart, because you know what is the amazing thing about me sending love from my heart to your heart? Because we are one, it is really me sending love to myself. Okay? Let's see what we've got for Dala. Oops. Dala, also 2 cards. Okay, we seem to be in a 2-card thing. Hi Petra, how are you doing? And also the thing with number 2, and there seems to be a lot of that in my readings and a lot of things that I do. 2 is an energy of bringing things together. It's an energy of things working out, contracts coming together, all those type of things, you know. So that's really, really beautiful. Dala, this could be a bit of a rough ride energy for you at the moment. Petra, I'll put your name down. Guys, Petra also does amazing work. She does really, really incredible work. Putting out the consciousness. Oh, Petra, I'm so sorry. I just remembered now that you commented on one of my posts the other day. You sent me an invitation, but I completely forgot. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. If you please send me a text message, that'll be really great. I do apologize for that. So, and to anybody else as well, if you send me a message and you send me a text message and I don't reply, or you send me an email and it's like 2-3 days and I don't reply, I know that it's not the most professional things to go about things, but please message me back. Like, where's my reply? All right. Dala, you've got the Death card and you've got the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is a space of new beginnings. There's a release that's taking place here for you, Dala. It is about moving from the one space and going to another space. And sometimes when we're in that period of life, you can get some challenging things happening, you know. You can have an experience of almost like a physical breakdown of things happening sometimes. For example, last week I reset. Hi Astrid, of course you can. I actually reset my piece and then the thing just didn't want to work again. I was like, oh well, whatever, you know. But then as a direct result of that, I started to stream my YouTube readings live, which is so much easier, it's so much quicker. It's just boom, boom, boom. I don't have to worry about time. It doesn't take forever to upload them. So the joy is back. Okay, which is just lovely, which is just wonderful. So I absolutely love that. But there's a release that's taking place here for you, Dala. And sometimes when we have a release taking place, you know, your mind likes to hold on to things. Whoever's sending me all these beautiful hugs and all these beautiful hearts, I want to let you know that I really, really appreciate it. Okay, look at those lips. Them lips are dry. Them lips are dry. Seasons are changing. Also, I think I'm not drinking enough water, because when you don't drink enough water, you also start having dry lips. So it's not always just the seasons, you know. Let's not just blame it on certain things. Let's be honest about stuff. And also I haven't been sleeping well. The energies have been very sort of fluctuating. But still, I'm incredibly happy. But with the Death card over there for you, Dala, there's a space of moving this. It's almost like a land in between and feels a little bit trippy, but there's a divine intervention. Source is coming through here for you. There's some messages coming through here for you. There's some news that is coming here for you. So if you may be feeling at the moment, Dala, if you may be feeling very sort of like displaced, very uncertain, not sure where things are going, not sure if you're making the right decisions, maybe feeling like everything is busy falling apart, maybe you want to open yourself to the idea that instead of things falling apart, maybe they're shifting into place. All right, and remember, our mind likes to fight against things. Our mind likes to rebel against things. So just because it doesn't seem like things are not working out doesn't mean that they're busy falling apart. You know what I'm saying? All righty. Melanie, how you doing? Let's see what we got for you. Another shuffle. I love this deck of cards. A friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, gave me this deck of cards. And the reason why I actually appreciate it so much, it might, it's in this quite a big box over there. If you can see it, that box one over there, the black one. And she bought them for me in the UK. Hi, Aluna. And what is amazing for me with that is like, obviously any of you who ever traveled on a plane, especially international flight, you very particular about what you pack in your bags because all weight counts towards your overall weight. So when somebody makes space for me in their life in such a big way, I mean, even now, I'm going to stop because I can get very emotional about things, but I'm very, very grateful and I really appreciate that. Okay. I'm going to take this one. All right. Melanie, the Chariot. Woohoo! You're welcome, Darla. This is a space of moving forward. There seems a lot of forward-moving energy here at the moment, which is really, really great because, as some of you may recall, there was a space where the energy was very sort of like, hitting yourself against a wall all the time, doing your best, not working out, being very tired, being very overwhelmed, not sleeping very well, life things are not working out. There was a lot of that very conflicting sort of energy that was happening there for quite a period of time. And I mean, at a point I just went like, I am sick of this. I can't, I've had it 2 years. I feel like I'm drowning type of thing. But, even in my own life, I can see things moving forward. I can feel things moving forward. I can feel wonderful things coming towards me. And I always have that beautiful, wonderful thing that I will always know when something is coming about, which is not that wonderful, but I always know when good things are coming as well. So I love that, But Melanie, this is a space of moving forward. And the reason why you're moving forward so powerfully over here is because there is a much clearer understanding of your light side, and there's also a much clearer understanding of your dark side, And in order to really move forward profoundly and positively and beneficially in ways that, counts to your greatest benefit and your like advantage, like beautiful, wonderful, fantastic things for you, when you get your light side, but you also get your dark side, and you're not sort of in denial about it, because it's one thing to see that you have to embrace your inner being and your light being and all those wonderful, beautiful things, which is really incredible to do. But you place yourself in the best position to do those things, to manifest what you really want, and to use the law of attraction optimally when you understand who you are. Because when you understand your dark side, your inner side, your shadow side, then those patterns can't catch up with you. They can't run your life because you know that, not who they are, but what they are, how they operate. But they're like personalities. We've got positive personalities within us, but we also got personalities within us that are not that positive, that doesn't serve us that well. And when you know what those things are, then you get to decide more, you get to understand more. When you understand the ratio of salt when you make a pot of food, you're going to understand how much to put in and how much not to put in for whoever it is that you are preparing this for. It's the same thing with our energy. So for you, Melanie, there's a space that I feel that there must have been that introspection that you have done, but I also feel that maybe you've been in a space where you might have felt a lot of dark, a lot of heavy, didn't know how you're going to move forward. But it's wonderful because I see you being out of that space and actually moving forward towards the light, and you're moving forwards towards the amazing light that you possibly can. I'm excited, so I'm falling over my words. That you're moving forward towards the best light that you possibly can, which is the light, which is you. All right, which I really, really like, because that speaks about conscious creation, conscious manifestation, which I just love. I just love it. All right, and I think in everything that I do, I always try to help, clients, friends, family members, whoever is really willing and open to it, whatever point in time. I'm more than happy to help you find that magic inside of you. And the thing about the magic inside of you is that it's different for all of us, and you can be inspired by somebody else and, sort of motivated by what they do. But always, if somebody else is going to motivate you, let them motivate you to find what you see in them and what inspires you in them. Let allow yourself to be inspired by what you see in others in such a way that it inspires you to find that within yourself as well. Because remember that, we're not 100% the same. All of us, we are different people. We are, we are unique in our personalities and the possibilities and what it is that we can bring to this world. And, there's two things that I always tell people. Hey, Shirley. There's two things that I always tell people when it comes to spiritual ascension, when it comes to opening your third eye, when it comes to connecting with the universe and your soul family and channeling and all that type of things. Remember that we're part of everything and everything is part of us. But at this particular point in time, the consciousness that we are right here and right now is human being human. So as you focus on that and you really get interested and excited about what your life could become, how your life could unfold, how you could move forward, the more you sort of put that interest into you, the interest that we sometimes have. Say you maybe get into a relationship, or you get like a very good friend, or you get a new job that really inspires you. The way we put our all into there and we want to make the best of it that we possibly can. If you can apply that energy to you, and I'm not even going to say half of it, because you are 100% being. And the more you give 100% to yourself, the more you are able to give 100% to everybody else, to the world, to your kids, to your partners, to your family, to your friends, to just your whole life. Okay? When you are in the fullness of you, you are actually in the position to contribute so much more. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, so what I wanted to say, so the two things that I would normally say is that focus on grounding and what is the other thing I was going to say? Focus on grounding and also, focus on how beautiful your life might become. But look at things like your diet. Look at maybe getting sufficient sleep, getting enough hydration. Speaking of hydration, looking at your diet, exercise, who you are, your mindset, all those type of things. The more you can get a hold on you being a human being yourself in the best version that you can understand yourself to be at this particular point in time. Don't beat yourself up over things that you don't know. But what you have, when you can come and say, this is the best I understand how to do right now, I'm doing my best and I'm open to maybe, experiencing more if that is for me. That is when life brings you more of the goodies, because you are taking action and setting your intention from a point of positivity and a point of love. Melanie says, how awesome, right on the money, beautiful, thank you, you are welcome, beautiful soul. Thank you for your time, wisdom and love and sharing your gift. Oh, that's so sweet, thank you so much, I really appreciate that very much, thank you. Alrighty, Ras, another one of my wonderful friends that does amazing work. I had the pleasure of actually meeting Ras in person. Oh goodness, I can't remember. I'm not very good with time. I think it was about 3 months ago. 2.5, 3 months ago. Amazing soul. Oh, amazing soul. Let's see. Alrighty, Ras, you've got a 4 of Wands, and this is often referred to as the marriage card, but this is a card of unity. I want you to think of the 4 of Wands almost as, as we work through life and we've got our challenges and we've got our things that are difficult for us, and that is hard to deal with, etc., etc., etc. And as you deal with your things in life and as you find better ways of yourself and you invest, into the greatest version of you, think of it as building these pillars of strength. These pillars like a pathway, and then you eventually get to a point one day where there's enough pillars being built and a pathway and whatever, so maybe through a beautiful garden with a walkway, and you can sort of like put a glass roof over that. So then when life comes about, and it does its thing, let's say maybe it's raining and you really want to go out in your garden, because of everything that you've done, you're now in the space where you can actually walk through the garden, see the beauty of the garden, but you have this roof on top of you that is keeping you dry, and it's held up by these pillars of everything, all the inner work that you've done within yourself. So Ras, this is a space of, it's often reflected in with relationships, with love, maybe meeting that perfect person or making that beautiful bond, coming to that next step. It could even be making that almost next level, profound, beautiful connection, as a parent, or just as kind of like seeing the magic of who you are. But with all that being said, this is a space where there's emotional balance within that is kind of like, beautifully settling within. And so it starts to reflect out onto the outside of your world. Okay. And, in that same sense, and I want to encourage all of you that when you look at life, hey Yvonne, when you look at life, a lot of times, we look at the things in life that is not going well, and we can maybe start to accept that we create our own reality of life, and we look at things that are not going so well, and even when you're not into metaphysics in the slightest, be like, it's very easy for human beings to say, I'm such a stupid idiot, I'm such a fool, look at me, I'm always messing up my life, I'm such a loser. It's very easy to say those things, and to fall into those things, and in a way it's a realization that you create your own space of life. But in that same realization, when we then start looking at things that we are doing well, we are so quick. Now, I'm not even in the slightest against giving honor and having respect and having gratitude and working with your soul family and all of that. But we are so quick to say, oh, the universe provided this for me. Source provided this for me. The angels, the fairies, the dragons, my Arcturians, whatever, they gave that to me. But in the same way that you create a crappy life for yourself that you don't like and you speak so badly about, let's get into the habit of actually saying good things about ourselves as well. So maybe I don't have everything sorted out, but I've been able to get A, B, C, and D. I'm able to do this. I'm able to do that. I'm doing that well. I'm doing that well. I'm a good parent. I'm a good friend. I'm able to provide for myself. Whatever the case may be, let's really get into the habit of actually using kind words for ourselves, kindness towards ourselves, because we practice kindness left, right, and center often with other people. But, when it comes from yourself and who you are, then you are able to give so much more because you come from a point that honors all the greatness and all the beauty of who you are. Okay? And it's not arrogant, it's not vain to have, how do I put this? A lot of times people will be like, they don't want to say sort of like things about themselves that is almost like, like wonderful positive things, because what if people think I'm vain, and what if people think I'm full of myself, etc., etc., etc. I actually ended the friendship with someone. It took me a little while because I don't really like to just cut people off. Hi, Christopher. But this was a person who kept on, joking, and she would kept on saying like, sort of like in a bit of a demeaning laughter, like, Adrian, you always think, you think you're so clever, and, you're so arrogant, and you're so full of yourself, and, and you think that you're better than others. And I was very clear when I said, I don't really like it when you say that, because that is not the point that I'm coming from. Now, if you feel that that the actions that I portray, that sometimes I do those sort of things, because sometimes we do, and we want to be open to obviously feedback as well, because if you're not open to feedback, in a sense, that's also sort of like a fear thing, because you're not open to other people's ideas. Christopher, of course you are, but in the same token, the same way that I have that saying that if drama comes to knock on your door, you don't have to answer. If somebody phones you, if they text you and you don't want to answer because you know that there's an invitation to low vibe with them, in that same token, don't disrespect yourself, and don't allow others to disrespect yourself either. It is your responsibility in this world, in my belief, you don't have to agree with me, but my belief is that it is our responsibility to prioritize ourselves in this life, to take good care of ourselves, to take good care of our body, of our emotions, of our mind, of our mental state. There is absolutely no honor whatsoever in sort of draining yourself dry for the honor of others. And I mean, we live in a world where we give each other all these beautiful, wonderful trinkets and accolades, and you have sufficiently killed yourself for the cause. Yay, let's honor them. But why? I think the question at the end of the day is always, are you happy? And for me, the question or the thing that I have, because I'm a Sagittarius rising and I like to do things and I get bored very quickly. And, actually on Saturday past, I live in Sea Point in Cape Town, which is this beautiful sort of urban-y kind of area by the coast. And I was looking for fairy lights, but I wanted nice things like either balls or little bells or flowers or whatever to use sort of like for the back of my YouTube videos. And I didn't really expect that I would find. But I was actually laughing. I was speaking to my friend. I was saying I went to all these stores, and I know for a fact that on Saturday, not a single store in Cape Town has fairy lights, because I went to them all. But I just had such a nice time because I was just speaking to people, and sometimes a person just want to do that. It's nice. Let's see. And evidently, I'm quite a bit of a speaker. Let's see what we've got for Indira. How's everybody doing? How's it going, pips? How's it going? I still haven't figured out where to go to send you all some love and some hearts. I think this is it. Is this it? Nothing's happening. Yep, there we go. Send you a red heart, send you a yellow one, send you a green one, send you a blue one, send you one shining from the eyes. There's a little star, there's a sunflower. Oh my goodness, guys, I have to tell you this. I'm putting on a crystal ball. One of my, somebody that I met through my Facebook Lives, which is so incredible, that has now become quite a wonderful friend of mine, is sending me all the way from Arizona a 6-inch black obsidian crystal ball. Somebody calm me down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Like, whoa. Calm me down. Let's see what we have. Did I miss any messages? Let me just see. Because I went on one of my rants there again. Oh, Resh, you are so welcome. Thank you so much. You are absolutely welcome. All right, Indira. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. And even with lunch, guys. Now, and let me just give you this very quickly. Indira, sorry, I'm going to give you a card right now. We often have this thing that when it comes to others, or, we have a date, or friends, family, children, friend, even with our animals, we have this thing that we will do the best for others, but when it comes to us, we were like, nah, it's okay, just slap something together, it's fine. And you just put it on any old sort of plate or whatever it is that you can find, and you just have whatever cup, and it's all right, it's just for me, No. Really, I would like to encourage you to get into the habit of when you do things for yourself, it doesn't matter what it is, whether you make yourself a cup of coffee, tea, glass of water, 2-minute noodles, whatever. If you order yourself takeout, and you just put it nicely, put it beautiful, light the candle for yourself, do nice things for yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? I actually said to somebody a little while ago, and this person was saying to me that she wants to stop smoking, okay? This person said to me that she wanted to stop smoking because obviously smoking is, it's not good for you. But she said quite a lot of challenges with that and beginning to feel very, very guilty with that, about that. And I was saying to the person, let's think about it like this. The world is very challenging at the moment, and it's been challenging for quite a while. So if smoking is your coping mechanism, and, when you sort of weigh the pros and cons, what gives you the most stress at the moment, smoking or not smoking? Now, if you feel that you have to smoke at the moment, own it. Put on some glasses, put on a hat, pour yourself a drink, look at the view, enjoy your life. Yes, you might be doing something that might not be that healthy for you, but if you're doing something that is not healthy for you and you're giving yourself all that stress on top of that, now you've got 2 problems instead of 1. You know what I'm saying? Own your life. Grab your life. Indira, you have got the 9 of Pentacles. I love 9s because 9 is it's a space that says you can have hope, you can open yourself to wonderful things. There's a sense of wisdom that's happening over here for you, Indira. So you know, maybe you've been having some challenges with either finances or availability of provision, like materialistic provision, maybe time. There might have been maybe some challenges, you know, could be with confidence. That there's a space here that things are about to turn around for you. And, you know, if you've maybe been really running quite a lot, this is a space that actually lets you know that, you know, what you kind of want to do is maybe just take a little bit of a breather. Actually smell the roses. You know, if you don't have roses, maybe go to the store and go buy yourself a little rose in a pot. You know, I'm never going to encourage you to buy cut flowers because I don't like the idea of cutting flowers, but that is just me. Don't have to agree with me. You know, or get yourself a nice favorite drink or whatever and really smell it and really be with it within that moment, because you know, and this is not just for Indira, but for all of us. When we sometimes have challenges with materialistic provisions, it is a very sort of like tangible sort of portrayal for us of what state of our mind we're currently in, with our sense of deservency and value and, you know, sort of like our confidence and those type of things. But Indira, for you, this is a space where everything is sort of lined up for you. All you really need to do is, you know, you're almost sort of like invited to kind of like fast forward the manifestation itself. And the way that that can be done is by doing that something nice for yourself. Okay, because sometimes we go, and we don't actually even sort of really give ourselves a chance to sort of just to align into things, and then we feel that life is going so fast and we're losing track on it. But this is a time to just take a little bit of a breather in there, and it doesn't have to be a long breather, but just a little bit of something. You know, I always say to people, if only thing that you can do is take 2 minutes to yourself in a loo and just close the door and just, you know, lay against the door and just be like, okay, I'm just going to be here and I'm just going to breathe. That is something. That is something, you know. I always say to people that the amazing thing about having one of these regression hypnosis sessions that I do is that what really happens is, you know, the reason why you sort of go from your conscious mind to your more subconscious mind, which is a more sort of theta space within your brain wave or your brain length or your frequency of your mind, you automatically go into that space of alignment where wonderful things can come into your life, because it's a space where you don't try to consciously create something or consciously do something. It's like taking a time out. So a lot of amazing things can actually just come to you because you're not sort of like, you know, in conflict with it. You know what I'm saying? So Indira, just taking that little bit of time here and there where you can, with the purpose to just breathe, to just be. You know, even if you're in that space and you just place your hand on your heart and you just consciously breathe, taking in a nice deep breath, feeling that breath as you hold it for a moment, release the breath, and then pay attention to that moment of silence between the out breath and the next in breath. Because when you pay attention to our breathing, you know, our mind doesn't go in all different directions. It's a beautiful, quick space of bringing yourself into the space of presence, grounding here and now. You can even imagine that roots growing from the soles of your feet, you know. It's a beautiful way of bringing yourself into the present moment. When I smile, if I look at the screen, for those who look at us afterwards and don't see the comments, you know, I am blessed to have the most beautiful people surrounding my life, in my personal life, online, when I do these sort of things. And it just means so much to me. I'm so grateful, because the way that I started to really go live on Facebook was the first lockdown that we have, and I felt very isolated and disconnected to people. So I just wanted to speak and I just wanted to talk. I wasn't really trying to sell anything because I didn't imagine anybody's going to buy anything, because I didn't think that anybody's got any money. But I just wanted to, I suppose in all that I do, that is really my sort of, motivation is always like, how can I help? What can I do to help to make the world a better place? And I mean, just imagine if all of us come from that point, you know, what can I do right now just to help to make the world a better place? And if that simply means that simple, practice of just do no harm. Boom. Boom. Just do no harm. Okay? Everybody doesn't have to know exactly how you feel. Everybody doesn't have to get a piece of your mind, you know? Let's see what we got for Nikki. Oh, Dala, thank you so much. I'm actually going to start going on live on Facebook more. I haven't done it in a little while. But also one of the main reasons why I did it is that I wasn't 100% in the sort of top space of me. And I don't like to give if I can't give from a point of 100% of me. Okay? I'm very 100% me at the moment. Nikki, let's see what we have. Nikki, Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing there. All right. Things are changing there for you in a positive direction. Shireen, your reading's actually coming up. You're welcome. Nikki, this is a space of things moving forward. You're shifting in a positive direction, you know. If you know where your placements are in your chart, maybe look at your Jupiter placement. And if you look at any of my YouTube videos, there's a link in the description that says free natal chart. I'm making a note here to put that in the comments here as well. I hope I remember. But it's always good to understand what the placement of your Jupiter is, because Jupiter is sort of like about your, your natural, sort of like your natural relationship with the energy that we would call good luck and prosperity and abundance. And I'm very happy, I'm very lucky. I've got a good placement with my Jupiter, because my mind can go all over the place sometimes. But I naturally have that natural sort of luck thing. Not that I just lean on that and do whatever I want to do. But when you also understand where your placement is in Jupiter, and you understand what your natural sort of relationship or your sort of like personality is with your Jupiter placement, it gives you so much, because you understand the bigger part of yourself. And the better you understand yourself, the better you are able to benefit from all that life has to offer for you. Okay. So Nikki, definite change in a positive direction, maybe slow change taking place, but letting you know that at least things are moving in a positive direction as opposed to a negative direction. Also, maybe if you have some, sort of like things with maybe others and circumstances, situations in your life that is not so 100% the way that you'd like you to be at the moment, it is improving for you. How wonderful is that? Loved it, loved it, loved it. And if you look at this right now and you are open to your life becoming better, your life improving, put your hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath. If you're in a space where you can't put your hand on your heart, visualize it in your heart and just take that nice little space. Know that nothing in this life lasts forever, and that is one of the biggest blessings. Okay. Sabita, no matter what we do, no matter where we go, by default, our mind will always flip back to the positive, always flip back to love, always flip back to life, always flip back to light, because that's who we are. We are love, we are light. Okay. Let's see, Sabita. Sabita, you've got the Strength card, Leo energy. You know, with number 8 over there, the sign of infinity. Sabita, you want to maybe ask yourself if you are holding on to certain things and maybe holding on to them unnecessarily. I feel there's a beautiful space of you moving forward here, first of all, there's a beautiful space of moving into the light, making that connection with the newness, with that sort of like upgraded version of you, all that sort of beauty, all of that is there. Moving forward with love, moving forward with light. But the question you want to ask yourself is: are you maybe holding on to unnecessary things in your lifestyle? You know, unnecessary arguments, unnecessary emotions, unnecessary feelings, things that are just not serving you in the best possible way, and you maybe wanna. And you want to be very sort of mindful when you do this, but you maybe want to ask people that will have your greatest good at heart, you know, guys, is there maybe some things that I can look at in a different way in my life, and then hear what they say, you know, because there might be a holding on here, Sabita, onto maybe certain things that seem you must take them with you, that maybe a sense of security, and I'm not saying that you should you just discard everything in your life, but just ask yourself, if there is maybe certain things that you might be holding on to that you believe that you have to hold on to, almost like trinkets of success, if I may call it that. It doesn't mean that obviously you can't hold on to things that are of personal value to you, but there is a very fine line between holding on to things that are personal to you, that you love, and hoarding. Because hoarding, in a way, comes from a point of fear, because it's a belief that it's not good enough, or you might be trying to cover up maybe certain things that you don't want to deal with. All right, it could be maybe that you don't, like for everybody, not just for you, Sabita, but sometimes when people hoard, it could also be that maybe they're trying to almost like make something that is not that pretty, and that has often got a lot to do with maybe previous trauma in childhood and things like that, where maybe you were unwanted child, or you didn't have a good relationship with your parents, or maybe with your partner, whatever it might be, and we're trying to bring other pretty things into our life instead of actually dealing with the problem. Because as beautiful as the outside may be, when when outer beauty doesn't come, it's not a reflection of the inner beauty within yourself, that is when you start getting things like clutter, okay, and holding on to unnecessary things, unnecessary attachments and alignments. And even when you speak about dark entities and dark connections, things like that, and, you get into cord cuttings, and people really went to town with this. I know some people, they've got all these sort of machete type of things, and they're like cutting off all the bad energy. But when you just raise your vibration, that you are no longer an energetic match for that which is holding you back, then that which is holding you back can no longer hold you back, because you've raised your vibration. All right. Shireen, let's see what we have for you. Oh, okay. Let's just go and get those cards. If you guys excuse me for a moment, please. I want to show you all my socks. Don't you like them? I love funky socks. So let's sit back down. Alright, so we're going to put this back in the deck. And who are we doing for? Shireen. See what we have. Alright, Shireen, you've got the Four of Pentacles. This is stability. I love this. I love those socks. And my friend that got me the deck of cards got me those pair of socks as well. So she packed those into her luggage also. I mean, how kind is that? Four of Pentacles, Sir Shireen. And this is one that many of you might like to want to claim for yourself as well. This is stability within money, with abundance. There is enough for what you need, and Shireen, I love this. I got this in my Aquarius reading, the September Aquarius reading. There are a lot of them jumping out, but then it can also be represented by one card, Shireen. So I got this in my Aquarius reading September on my YouTube channel, and it really sort of like blew my mind when I got it. And that's why I love to do tarot, because I always learn, and what it was speaking about, what might be keeping the energy of Aquarius stuck at the moment, and if you're looking at this might apply to you as well, is that, it's a wonderful thing when we are able to meet all of our needs, all of our financial needs. We are able to maintain our time in a way that we get everything done, and we feel very amazing because we're able to do all of those things, everything fantastic. But it's very easy to sometimes get into a space where you're so excited about the fact that you're always able to meet your needs at the right time, maybe and you get into the whole thing like, oh my goodness, I thought it wasn't going to work out, but in the nick of time, I got enough money, I got enough time, everything just worked out, everything was just wonderful, everything was just crazy, guys, boom, 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 you're so full of life, which is really, really fantastic. But you want to be very careful to not get stuck at that point. Because when you get so excited about that, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't have gratitude, but when we get to a point where we get so excited about the fact that we're able to pull these rabbits out of their hats all the time, it's easy to get to that point where you begin to recreate that situation for yourself all the time. So this is a space for Shireen and for all of us where, you know, you can say, okay, so that's really, really great. You know, I'm able to pull these rabbits out of this chair, but how about I get myself a nice lazy boy? I get myself the exact drink that I want to have, you know, dress myself up really, really sexy. And then I start looking at that hat and I start looking at those rabbits jumping from the chair. Okay, it's time to take your magic to the next level. Time to take your manifestation ability to the next level. So for Shireen and for all of us, that is the invitation at the moment to take things to that next level because it's available for you here and now. Okay? Remember, even when it comes to, now I sort of knew this, but I was taking a shower the other day and I often, maybe because I'm a water energy, because I'm a Cancerian and my moon is in Aquarius, which also got a water element quite strongly in it. And also when you look at my, when you look even, Eva, there is time for you, or Eva, sorry. And also in numerology, but in numerology, there's a lot of water alignments as well. And even in Feng Shui, my sort of power energy is also in water. So I'm a real water baby. Sorry. And the thing that we get is that, you know, miracles, manifestations, breakthroughs, solutions, all of those things, they can only come through, Petra, you're actually next, they can only come through to us, that we can only have that experience in our life, we can only experience Source being that blessing for us when we are energetic, you know, in energetic alignment for that. If we're not in alignment, the miracle is always there. I think there is this, there's the, you know, sort of like a misunderstanding maybe that miracles aren't always available, that you have to draw it to you. But in a sense, it's more you drawing it through, drawing yourself to it, because the opportunities are always there. The miracles, the breakthroughs, they're always there. Everything, there's nothing new in this universe. Nothing is new. Everything's already there. Everything's already potential. It is by the energy that we give out that we attract and align ourselves to that potential. And if you don't like how your life is going at the moment, if you don't like it, slightly uncomfortable, completely despise it, whatever the case may be, know that you are creating that for yourself and you are recreating it. And sometimes we get into a space where it becomes such a habit that we don't even realize that we are recreating and maintaining what we don't want to have. And if you can even just look at it like this, the same energy that you use to create what you don't want, you can use that same energy to create what you do want. Boom, boom, boom. Energy is just potential. It's like stem cells. What would you like from it? Okay. Shireen says she's curious about relationships going forward. Shireen, you can actually look, I don't know what your zodiac sign is, but I am actually, a lot of people's been asking me just to do love readings. So on my YouTube channel, I did a love reading for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo so far. Virgo's next. I'm just taking it around the zodiac wheel. And then after that, I will do readings for new love and also for twin flames. Okay. Let's see. Petra. And Petra reads the runes. I saw that on your page. Oh, Gemini Cancer cusp. I love that one. Petra does amazing things with runes, and which is really, really incredible, because the wonderful thing I like about runes so much, runes is very much about here and now, you as a human, here now as a soul having a human being experience. And I like runes because they deal very much with the human things that we have. Do I buy the car? Do I not buy the car? Do I sell the house? Do I keep the house? That sort of things. You know, they're very straight to the point. And obviously back in the day, you know, when the king or the leader will go to the oracle, they would be like, you know, should I go and wage this war? Will I win the war? Which I think it was a wonderful thing for the king to do, but, you know, placing yourself in the space of the oracle, it's a little bit of a difficult space to be in, because, you know, it's for the oracle to say to the king, not maybe the best thing for you to do, you know, or for the oracle to say for the king, things will work out well, and then you come back from the war and things didn't go well. Either way, that oracle's head could quite easily roll. Petra, you've got the Hermit. The Hermit encourages you to take a little bit of a break. Okay, and I feel for you, Petra, the Hermit is speaking about taking a little bit of a body break, taking a bit of emotional break. Okay, there might be a little bit of danger here in your way. Now, I don't mean to. I don't like to sort of like get too sensationalized with readings. I like to sort of stay very much on the straight and narrow. But I feel, Petra, there's some warning signs here that you might be ignoring. I see that you can see the light, you can see the beauty, you can see where you are heading. All of that is really, really fantastic. But there might be, some little snakes in the way that, that you might say, oh, well, if I just go forward, it's going to be fine. Okay, it's important to listen to our bodies. It's important to listen to our emotions. Our body is always speaking to us, but we don't always listen to the body, and that is usually where the problems start to come in for us. I feel, Petra, you've walked a beautiful path so far. Your relationship with your emotions at this point is really fantastic. You're heading really, really wonderful ways. But one of the things when it comes to heading in a positive way is also having the understanding when it's time to take a break and actually taking that break. And I feel that, Petra, there might be a little bit of a trying to maybe step in sideways. I know I'm supposed to do that, but I'm just going to give this up. Maybe if I just say love and light, it's going to be okay. As we take that body break, remember first and foremost, you are a human being. And so if you give yourself, now obviously I don't know how your life is going, and I don't want to sort of dictate to you how you must live your life, but if you are able to take that little break at the moment, just take that little break. And even if that means just taking a cup of tea, switching everything off and just sort of enjoying, even if it's just half of that cup of tea or 3 or 4 sips of that tea, but there is a call here to physically slow things down a little bit, because maybe you've been a little bit go. And sometimes, even though we go for what it is that we want to have, sometimes one of the best ways that we can get ourselves moving forward, moving out of a funk, moving out of a space where it feels that things are not so 100% working all the time, taking that break. Okay? So that is definitely encouraged for you. If you're not maybe say sleeping well, there's sort of very little that we can do about it. I normally like to listen to like binaural tones and like calm me down and things like that. I like to listen to the sound of rain falling. It's really, really cool for me. But, if you're having trouble sleeping, maybe take little breaks in between the days so you don't fully deplete your energy. Okay. I would say for any of us, if you get to a point where you feel that you're so low on energy, you have to take an energy drink, you have to take an energy booster, you have to have that 5 cups of coffee, otherwise you can't get through your day. That over there is telling you that you are not generating sufficient natural energy to go forward, and you want to look at that. Okay, even things like maybe eating cranberries, because they contain natural collagen, which really helps your cells to regenerate. Okay. Peter says, I'm always go, was pondering on a week off, but wondered how. You know what? And I get what you are saying, because sometimes we understand that we have to take a break, but we can't see how we're going to take that. And remember, what I also always like to say is that just because we don't see the solution doesn't mean that the solution isn't there. And in a case like that, I would open myself to speak into the universe and say, listen, guys, I'd really like to take a break. I really feel I need some time off. I don't see how. I would really appreciate some help over here. Boom, it can just come through for you. Okay. Estrad, let's see what we got. Oops, your card came out. 8 of Cups, Estrad. This is you, I feel, walking away from things that are no longer serving your highest good. And in so saying, Estrad and all of us, when we step away from things that are no longer serving our highest good, it doesn't mean those things or those people or those energies or whatever is bad. It just means that it's not fully for us any longer. Okay? You're welcome, Petra. I'm one of those people that say, for example, I really love 2-minute noodles. I love 2-minute noodles. Maggie 2-minute noodles, beef flavor, or sausage boerewors flavor. Those are my flavors. But even after a while, I'm like, I've been having this so much, and I lose sort of my flavor for it. And so I haven't had 2-minute noodles in probably about 2 months. And so about 2-3 days ago in the evening, I had something. It was so delicious. Nothing wrong with the noodles. It's just me. Okay. And so it's the same thing with stepping away. It's almost, yes, it's like you're stepping more towards yourself, to a more sort of like spiritual part of you, maybe honoring more of you. And even though it might be seen as stepping away, I feel you're stepping towards more of you, where you understand maybe there's more in life, there's more to live. It's almost like that sense of like life is short, and stepping towards more of yourself. There is, things, situation, energies, friends, connections, associations that are more sort of like emotionally fulfilling with your inner world. And why not? I think sometimes in life we stick around with things that are not sitting well with us for such a long period of time that, after a while, that in itself actually becomes overwhelming for us. Okay. Yvonne. Sorry, almost messed it on myself. Yvonne. Oh, lot of messages. Can we condense it into one card? Okay, well, I was going to say condense it into one card, and all the cards went back, and this one came upright. So we're going to take this one, and it is the Page of Swords. Yvonne, this is the space of knowing that it's time to, I almost feel like it's time to cut off certain energies, and you've got, and I feel this is maybe where you might be feeling stuck. It's knowing that, but, hey April, it's knowing that, but also not being sure. This is almost like knowing that you need to cut off certain energies, make certain decisions, move in a different direction, but also not wanting to be that horrible, terrible person. I feel that you already have within you what it takes to make that move forward that is not sort of like almost like demolishing for others. And sometimes when we're in that space where we want to get that balance and we want to consider everybody and we want to be that beautiful person, we sometimes place so much stress on ourselves that we ourselves begin to suffer as a result. But I feel that it's almost like there's that light bulb moment that is going on for you. You already have what it takes to move forward in a positive way because you come from love. Okay. Esprit says that she's been giving some connections a real look if it's still healthy. It's a good thing to actually do that. Interesting enough for you as well, Yvonne. Just because we move forward in life doesn't mean that everybody has to move with us, just because they're not always ready for that. And when we try to push it or pull others with us, sometimes from the best of intentions, that in itself can actually pull things back from us. We can sometimes create difficulty in this world for ourselves from a point of very good intention. So be careful to maybe not do that for yourself, Yvonne, because I feel that it's a space of knowing that some changes need to come about, contemplating, maybe silently contemplating with that, maybe even losing a lot of sleep in your life, because, that's when you can think, but I would say first try to get that alignment within yourself before you make those decisions. Okay. Yvonne says yes. Okay. But you got this. You definitely got this. Okay. And there's a lot of, I feel there's maybe like a lot of signs and things that you might be getting at the moment, a lot of universal communication that you might be getting at the moment, Yvonne. It's not your imagination. It is your truth. Okay. Let's see what we got for Christopher. Okay. Cards are going all over the place. I saw Queen of Wands just laid out for you there, Christopher. And Queen of Wands is normally a space of a mutual interest, in a relationship, in a friend, with a job, but this is more sort of people, it's a like if I look at a love reading, for example, I normally get the Queen of Wands, depending on where they are. It is you being at that space where you are ready for that mutual connection, balance meeting balance, good intentions meeting good intentions. Okay. No low vibes. Haha, look at what you got. Love you too, Yvonne. You've got the Fool, Christopher. This is new beginnings, positive new beginnings. There's been a lot of reawakening and things that have taken place here for you. Beautiful new beginnings, positive new beginnings, wonderful new beginnings that honors your greatest good. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, you're in the space where you can recreate a beautiful life for you. I don't know if I'm just going to do a reading for Ava just now, but if there's anybody else that want me to draw a card for you as well, you're more than welcome to. I know I was a little bit rushed when I did it last time, which I put myself on. I'm very sure because I was doing a reading about an hour before I was supposed to do a regression hypnosis session, and then I started to panic and I was like, oh my goodness, but I don't have that today. I'm just going to take a break after that. I'm going to take a nice walk outside, and then I'm going to maybe make myself a nice coffee first, going to go take a walk, and I'll get myself some lunch, then I want to come back and do the readings for Virgo. Okay. And obviously, happy birthday to all the beautiful Virgos out there. But Christopher, this is a space where you're going forward, and you can actually, from this connection or space of what's happening in your life, this is almost like a soul just going into life, being born. That excitement that the soul has before it reincarnates into the body, you know? And just because everybody around you isn't happy, doesn't mean that you have to not be happy either. The emotions that you have is what is creating that new life for you. And even though some people might think that you are leaving them behind, you know that those are not your intentions. In the space that you're going forward, if you stay on your path, I feel that you are able to actually give back so much more to others, because now you're giving from that elevated point. Okay. Again, when we always have that, the more you put yourself first, the more you're actually able to give to others. Okay. Let's get one for Ava. I've got your Ivory. Everybody's got such beautiful names. It sounds very sort of Hollywood around here. Ava, you've got the Two of Pentacles. This is about change. I love the fact that there's so much energy of change here today. Ava, this is a space of change. This is a space of new beginnings. This is a space of going to that next level. This is a space of sort of coming out of a space of maybe just making it to a space of having more availability. This could be money, this could be time, this could be just your life. All right, April, of course you can have a reading. This is a space, Ava, of a lot of that sort of things that were maybe in your life that were so sort of challenging, that were holding you back, that were maybe difficult. This is a space of those things moving out. You know, you might still see people and certain things in your life that you don't like, but they're also busy moving. And you know, it's like that song that I like so much. A change is gonna come. Now I'm not even gonna attempt to sing it, but you know, there's many people that have really beautifully sung it. You know, Jennifer Hudson, you know, Celine Dion, just many people have got beautiful. Aretha Franklin, they have beautiful renditions of that beautiful song, that a change is gonna come. But I can tell you, Ava, change is gonna come. A change is busy implementing for you. Okay. Ivory, let's see. And even though I'm saying your name, Ivory, there's something that's so exciting for me and that's doing my heart so good, is that for most of you may or may not know that the keys on a piano is often made from elephant tusk. And then obviously a little while ago, a couple of years ago, I think Yamaha, it's actually who started, I don't know, I speak under correction, but started to make the plastic keys. And then obviously at some point people were killing elephants left, right and center for the ivory keys and centerpieces and whatever. And I'm so happy that it seemed to have lessened that, and even with buffalo, you know, sort of like horns and things like that, a lot of that have seemed to lessen, which is making me feel so wonderful, because there was a lot of sadness that was happening with that at a point, you know. Ivory, let's see what we have for you. Two of Swords. So Ivory, you might be at a little bit of a space where you're not sure which way to go. Do you go this way or that way? You know, what I do like is that your vision is clear for what it is that you want to have. Maybe not being sure what it is that you want to have. But here's the thing. It's in a sense you're already there. You know, I feel energetically you're already there. Emotionally you might be already there. But one of the reasons why you might not be seeing everything that you might want to see in your life at this particular point in time is maybe because you feel you still need to do something. You need to go somewhere. You need to, you know, something still needs to be done. But you're already there. This is almost like life having done anything and then sort of folding its arms and just kind of waiting for you, you know. And while it's waiting for you, it's having a pool party. But you are invited to join that beautiful pool party, which is the positive manifestation of your life. Okay. Ava says it resonates. I'm glad that it resonates. Spot on, actually, that's what she said. Change is gonna come. It's gonna come. Ivory, beautiful things for you. Ivory, I want to encourage you to open yourself to the idea that everything that you'd like to have is already here. Life is simply waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Let's see what we've got for April. I'm not going to say what April does, but April is doing one of those jobs that I think so many of us have forgotten. She's one of our frontline workers, and I think so many of us has forgotten what wonderful work these people are doing and have been doing for such a long period of time, you know? And I'm very grateful for that. And I think I speak on behalf of the whole world when I say that, and I'm very grateful for that. Let's see, one more, there we go. April, King of Cups. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. So this is amazing, April. This is an energy of being, of your relationship with others just beautifully balancing, you know, and that to me always speaks about a beautiful balance within, because the balance within is starting to have an effect that your outer world, your relationship with others are beautifully starting to balance, beautifully, that beautiful alignment is starting to take place within your life. But it's a direct reflection of the inner balance. So when you see that, oh, you know, you're welcome, April, you know, maybe things weren't so great with that person. Maybe we had a bit of a funky relationship. Maybe we weren't doing so well. You know, maybe this person would maybe nitpick a little bit, stuff like that. But now it seems like they're not doing that anymore. You know, before they would walk past me and just go like, you know, now they're actually saying hi, or they're saying morning, or at least there's a hint of a smile, or at least they're not saying, that's improvement. But it comes from within you, because what happens inside is what is reflected in your outside world. So there's a great inner balance within that has started to take place for you, April, which is so amazing. And it's starting to reflect into your outside world. So your outside world is starting to become beautifully more balanced. All right. And that is the wonderful benefit of inner work. Okay. So, let's see. Janine, you made it just in time. Let's get you a card. So, April, you can look forward to your outside world balancing so much more. People that are more sort of like on your wavelength, on your level, supporting your growth and the beauty in life for you. It's like connecting with that crowd. Okay. Those amigos that you are all on your positive flow. Janine, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is sometimes a little bit of hard work, but it's focused work. You know, knowing where you are heading, knowing where you are going, knowing that you are, you know, what you are doing, the time, energy, effort that you're putting, it's heading you in a positive direction, Janine. This is building a positive life. Whatever you are doing at the moment, you are busy creating actual positive manifestations. You're actually in the process of creating miracles, not just for yourself, but for all others who surround you. The beauty that you are actually doing at the moment, Janine, has the ability to touch so many lives in so many beautiful ways with people that you might never even know and never even met and may never meet. What a beautiful thing that is. What a beautiful thing that is. Okay? Working hard on the radio station. There we go. You're never going to know everybody that's tuning into your channel. You're never going to know all of that, but it can have such beautiful, wonderful, positive, unfolding in the world. April says that you're starting to see that. Yes, you know, and if any of you all are starting to see that in your life as well, claim that for yourself. Because when your life becomes better, it's because you became better within yourself, with your relationship with life. All right. I hope it serves you all in abundantly positive ways. I hope that you're all doing really, really well. I'm going to go have some lunch, and then I'm going to do the reading for Virgo. I'm going to go take a walk first. I started to make a conscious sort of like effort to actually go out and to take some walks, and I did a little reel there on my YouTube, not YouTube, Instagram, and also put it on my Facebook, just to some beautiful flowers and things that I saw along the way as I was walking. I did see something for Astrid coming up. Oh, there it is. Lovely conversation. You're so welcome. Thank you, everybody. Wishing you all the best. Love and light. May you have beautiful reasons to smile. Ciao, ciao, ciao.